Baby Assassins Nice Days is the latest installment in the franchise. This was once again written and directed by Yugo Sakamoto. The story of teenage assassins Chisato and Mahiro continues, and in this film, they are up against the biggest and deadliest threat they've ever faced. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting much from this film. In fact, I went into this with fairly low expectations because Baby Assassins, to me, is a very odd film series. The first one came out during the pandemic. It was a slice-of-life comedy about two teenagers trying to find part-time jobs. There's a really fun action set piece in the first and the last 10 minutes of the film, but the rest of the film was just these girls joking, complaining about getting a normal job, and basically lazying around. And while it was amusing here and there, I did find some of these scenes to be meandering and often irritating. The second one came out last year, and it was definitely better than the first. There was more action, the dynamic between Chisato and Mahiro was more fun to watch, and the villains had clear motivation as to why they were going after them. But still, there were a lot of moments in between these action sequences that made me go, okay, but can we get this going, please? This scene is going on for a while. So these movies have been a bit of a mixed bag for me. Well, I'm happy to tell you that Baby Assassins Nice Days is not only the best entry in the series, but also it's one of my top 10 favorite movies of this year. I fucking love this movie. I've already seen it 3 times in the last 2 weeks or so, and it gets better every single time. Nice Days is basically a Mission Impossible movie, but with teenage assassins at the center. The filmmakers basically took what worked best in the previous films, which were the action and the central relationship between Chisato and Mahiro, put them in a spy movie narrative, and gave them a formidable villain who could really fuck things up. And everything came together perfectly. The fights are balletic and beautifully choreographed. The shootouts are bigger, better, and louder. Kensuke Sonomura is the action director for all 3 films, and if you're a fan of something like John Wick or the Raid movies, you will have a blast seeing these characters beating the shit out of each other. Sosuke Ikematsu plays the big baddie here, and he is amazing. This character is smart, intense, and terrifying. He keeps a journal of every hit he's carried out and ranks them based on their strength. But also, he's just a regular guy, somebody who wants a better life for himself. And I think what's interesting about these Baby Assassins movies, particularly the second and the third one, is that these villains are not some criminal masterminds or supervillains. These are regular folks who live on the cusp of the society. And I think that's an interesting take on the genre and villains in general. The film is also consistently funny. This time, Chisato and Mahiro are forced to team up with 2 older killers, and their dynamic is hilarious. The film plays with the age gap between the older and the younger assassins, and the difference in philosophy or attitude regarding how they carry out a job. They bicker constantly, they hate each other's guts, and this is one of my favorite parts of the film, seeing Chisato and Mahiro interacting with somebody who is much older and who are also assassins. Because in the previous films, they mostly worked alone. So it was nice to see these guys working together as a team and trying to solve a problem together. But the best part of the film, and really the reason why you watch Baby Assassins movies in the first place, is the central friendship between Chisato and Mahiro. This is the perfect representation of what best friends look like. Somebody who cares for each other, loves them for who they are, and is willing to sacrifice their own life if they have to. There's this lovely scene between them right before the final shootout that brought me to tears. I was not expecting to get emotional from watching a Baby Assassins movie. So, as an action thriller, it's awesome. As a comedy, it's hilarious. And as a movie about friendship between 2 best friends, I mean, mwah, chef's kiss perfection. So those are my thoughts on Baby Assassins Nice Days. Seriously, I cannot recommend this movie enough. I think this film is fabulous, and I hope you can see it on the big screen wherever you are. Thanks for watching, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.